At this time, I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Mr. Saldana.
Ms.
You're
Pena,
going to question this witness.
Ms. Pena, at the beginning of your testimony, you stated that you saw these injuries on Chris's face the morning of, or the doctor found them. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You stand by that answer. Is that correct?
That is correct.
We're going to go over the medical record that opposing counsel admitted into the record, his exhibit B. Are you looking at it?
Okay. Go ahead.
It says chief complaint, physical assault. Mom noticed multiple abrasions to left ankle, back, right shoulder. Says he wasn't acting right last night when he was returned. Did you make that complaint for Christopher?
I did.
So you're saying on the record right now, you know for a fact, me, his dad, physically assaulted him.
Yes.
Were you in San Antonio when you saw this assault?
No, but he was not. That way, when I drop him off to you.
Do kids get scratches and bruises?
Sure.
Did you ever get scratches and bruises as a child?
Sure.
Okay. It also says on just below, when she picked him up last night, she was giving him a bath. She noticed these marks. Then patient could not tell her what happened. When she asked dad, he said patient slipped at the water park. Do you think the injury on the left ankle is an injury that could happen at a water park?
No.
It's possible.
Okay. Upon the physical exam on page 2, I was
Physical.
are you aware that I was a firefighter EMT?
Yes.
Are you aware that I was on one of the busiest ambulances in the city of Houston?
Yes.
Are you aware that I took care of?
Yes, Mr. Saldana, there's an objection. I didn't hear you, Mr. Joseph.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're muted, Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, Mr. Joseph, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. My objection is relevant, Your Honor.
Sustained.
What was the answer? I'm sorry.
The objection was made and the objection was sustained.
Oh.
The objection was relevant.
Okay, I'm sorry. If you look down on physical exam, it says HENT. What does the comment say?
Bruise to the left cheek.
And what ankle was busted up?
Left.
So left cheek, left ankle. Is it possible he could have slipped at the water park?
It's possible, but you said you had no idea. You said that you had no idea and that the bruise to the shoulder and the stuff on the back was already there when I gave them to you.
So are you telling us that the doctor found this bruise?
Yes.
Judge, I hope you take judicial notice of that she's saying the doctor took notice of the bruise before she did.
Well, I think the prior testimony was did an examination of the child by a doctor uncover some injuries that you weren't aware of? And her testimony was yes. And then the question was asked where? And she said on the left side of his face.
She's talking about the bruise to the face.
Yeah. But because remember, she said she bathed him. And while bathing him, that's when she discovered the marks all over his body.
No, Judge, she did not say that. And it brings up my next point. In her affidavit, which she filed with you, states that she saw it the night of the pickup. She's telling us on the record, hold on, 14/18/55, 14/28/54, and 14/29/08 on this record that she didn't find the bruise, or she didn't find the bruise, the doctor found the bruise, and that's aggravated perjury on the record.
Okay, hold on just a moment, please. Now, where are you getting your transcript from, Mr. Saldana?
The court transcripts on the right, that's typing what I'm saying right now.
And how are you retaining it so that you can go back and read what was said 2 hours ago?
The little cursor on the right, when we took a break, I can push it up now. I can tell you what happened earlier today.
I can't do that, so go right ahead. What did she say?
She has just perjured herself in court. You as a magistrate judge here should take judicial notice, and that's a felony in the state of Texas.
So you're saying because she has a variance between her testimony and her affidavit.
There's still, again, Judge, you've been making excuses for everybody not in,
Mr. Saldana, I'm gonna allow you to have a respectful disagreement, but I think that you need to continue questioning her, and you're doing fine with the way you're going about it. Now, you can continue, but I'm not gonna have an argument with you again about whether or not I'm enforcing the law.
Judge, all I'm saying is that you're a magistrate, a felon.
Mr. Saldana, I've already cautioned you. I'm allowing you time, sir, I am allowing you time to cross-examine this witness, and you need to restrict what you're doing to that. Are we clear?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, now, you can continue.
So Ms. Pena, you just went on record as saying the doctor noticed the bruise, is that correct?
The doctor would, that was a main concern of hers, was the bruising on his cheek.
Okay. What does the affidavit say? Can we pull up? Well, I'm sorry. Let me go back to the doctor's notes. It says specific reasons for seeking medical attention. It's on the top of page 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The top of page 8.
Which exhibit, sir?
Exhibit B, your exhibit.
Christopher. Come on, your seatbelt.
Okay, somebody has a child in the courtroom.
That would be Christopher.
There are no children with us, Your Honor.
Come on.
There are 0 children in my office right now, Judge.
Not your office.
I'm thinking that there's somebody that is I don't know, someplace else. I can't see all the screens at one time.
I apologize, Your Honor. That was a video that somehow played of my son's reaction on the way to.
Oh,
Objection.
all
Objection.
right. So since I have a rule about having children in the courtroom without permission, I appreciate you, Mrs. Pena, for letting me know that that is not what happened. Thank you.
So it says on the top, specific reason for seeking medical attention at this time. Patient came from father's house with abrasion on his ankle, lower back, and shoulder.
And I don't see that on page 8, sir, so I am looking for that myself. Is that under a subtitle so that I can locate it?
Oh, maybe it's 9, I'm sorry.
Is it under a subtitle though, so that I can notice?
It's on the very top. It's kind of stapled. Well, I don't know where you stapled it, but.
I see specific reasons. I see it, sir.
So Ms. Pena, was the bruise not a specific reason for your visit that day?
Like I said, it was not very noticeable when I picked him up that night. I did kind of notice in the morning, very slightly. And when I took Christopher to the hospital, which was around between 4 and 5, and we're in the hospital room and it is bright and the doctor is taking the pictures, that's when it was really brought to the attention.
So you picked him up at 6 o'clock on the dot and you didn't see it. You said well, now you're changing your story. You said that the
Your
doctor
Honor,
found it.
harassing.
Yeah, sustained.
Thank you.
The doctor found the bruise. You just said right now, you kind of saw it last night.
No, I did not see it at night. The morning of the next day, which is the 23rd, it was very faint.
So you saw it in the morning.
I
The doc-
noticed it.
You noticed it in the morning
I noticed it very faint in the morning.
and you didn't report it with the other injuries.
I thought it was in my affidavit. If it's not,
No, I'm talking about the medical report where it says seeking a specific reason for seeking medical attention.
no, the doctors found that. And they also state in there that I noticed it in the morning.
Okay. But your affidavit says you found it at night. If you can go down to assessment.
Exhibit B still?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you read the first 2 sentences for the court?
Social worker self-initiated upon patient's arrival to EC regarded chief complaint of physical assault. SW spoke with RN and MD prior to visit. MD stated patient has left facial bruise that is concerning for abuse. MD stated mother is at bedside and patient arrived back home from father's home yesterday.
Have you ever made another doctor's visit in the past about Christopher coming from dad's house?
I have.
Can we go down to the 3rd paragraph and read 3rd sentence? Mother stated she and father are separated.
Third paragraph, 1, 2, 3. Mother stated, I'm sorry. So it's assessment.
It's the 3rd paragraph,
Okay.
3rd sentence. Says mother stated she.
Mother stated she and father are separated and they currently have conflicting court orders regarding custody and visitation.
Judge, will you take judicial notice of our last order where it says that the 257 supersedes the protective order?
Okay, this is just,
I'm trying.
the point is, if she can describe it as a conflict, this is information that was taken down by someone else and translated. So I'll let you continue your line of questioning, but really, it's not relevant to whether, the biggest deal is whether or not this child had injuries, when he got them, and what the status of the investigation is, if any. And so again, as I told you, we have a 5-year-old who is autistic and has other disabilities. I've never met this child, I've never seen this child, but all I know is that all the testimony I've heard about him indicates that his verbal skills may be limited. So mom did what she was supposed to do when she found suspicious bruises on this child's body. She did what she was supposed to do. And I want to know what, if anybody bothered to contact CPS, and so that we get a better idea of what the status of their investigation is. And I want to know whether or not anyone has filed an application for a protective order on behalf of this child.
Your Honor, if I may respond to that, on this same page, the very last line, it does say the social worker filed CPS report ID number 751-49142, caller Susan 5461, CPT, which I do not know what that is, notified. Physician statement completed will be scanned into the media tab on the very last line of page 9 of Exhibit B.
Okay, thank you.
Can I get back to
Your
my,
Honor, as to filing another protective order, we have not done that so as not to offend this court. Last time that was done,
Mr. Joseph, can I finish my cross? I'm on some.
Mr. Saldana, I called the strikes now, so just hold on a minute, and you can finish. I wanted some specific information, and Mr. Saldana, if you knew, you would have told me. So, Mr. Joseph, so that's the reference for the CPS investigation.
yes, Your Honor, and we have not filed another application for protective order because we want this all to be heard in front of your court as opposed to split between the 280th and yourself, creating conflict of orders and problems for both parties that I hope we can avoid by just having one hearing here.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're
All
welcome.
right, Saldana.
Ms. Pena, can you go down and read
Same exhibit?
Exhibit B? Second paragraph last paragraph at the second sentence. Mother stated father. Last paragraph, second sentence.
Can you start that off with us, Mr. Saldana? So we can-
Mother stated father told her.
I'm looking for it.
Last paragraph.
Are you talking about on page 9, last paragraph?
Yes, sir, where we were just at.
Okay. Last paragraph, what sentence? Second.
Second.
Mother stated father told her, okay.
Would you just rather read it, have me read it?
Mother stated father told her this happened at a water park when patient fell. Mother stated she is concerned father is taking out his revenge against her on patient. Should I keep going?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she wants patient's injuries to be documented.
Go ahead.
Mother stated she did not notice the bruise on patient's face covered, and the father does not. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yes.
Mother stated she did not notice the bruise on the face until the morning. Mother was tearful throughout assessment and stated she wants to make sure that she is covered and father does not try to accuse her of injury of the patient.
Ms. Ms. Pena, why would you make that statement? Make sure that
Because-
he is covered.
Because you have fraudulently filed with CPS. You have turned Christopher into me 2 times with other abrasions.
Objection, Judge.
And I have reported that to
Judge.
my attorney. I took pictures.
I already asked.
I made a
the
police
question.
report. I
No, all
got
right,
this.
there was,
Yeah.
okay, Ms. Pena, Mr. Joseph didn't object, but I think Mr. Saldana was trying to make an objection. And your objection, was what, Mr. Saldana?
Relevance.
And Your Honor, I would say that she's answering the question. He did not give her an opportunity to answer the question.
Sustained.
So he returned Christopher to me with some abrasions on the left leg. I believe it was 4 deep marks on the leg. And this was the weekend prior to
Objection.
when he was going to start his summer visitation.
She's answered it, Judge.
Ms.
All right.
Pena,
Ms. Pena,
Can you stop?
Ms. Pena, try not to answer the question by anything more than a yes or a no.
I
Or
apologize.
or a description, and don't answer it in the narrative, please.
Yes, ma'am. Well,
Yes,
George turned around and
Ms. Pena, what was so significant about this weekend?
Objection, Your
How
Honor, cause for speculation.
Okay, Ms. Pena, what happened on Saturday this weekend?
Objection, Your Honor, would call for speculation.
I think he can answer the question. That's overruled. He can answer the question. Ms. Pena,
I'm not, what happened on Saturday this weekend?
Yes,
I'm assuming he's talking about this past Saturday, not this coming Saturday.
Yeah, this past Saturday,
9/4/2021.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know your son's birthday?
Yes, it's my son's birthday, but as far as you saying something happened,
Whose son?
it's our son's birthday.
So 9/4/2021, you have a history of retainment. You're currently on probation for 10 years with 35 days suspended sentence. There's a motion to enforce. You didn't see any abuse. You just speculated. You tell people that you think dad hit him, but you weren't here. You didn't see anything.
Judge, I'm going to object to the counsel testifying if he has a question for the court.
Ms. Pena, was it Labor Day weekend this weekend?
Yes,
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
It's an extended weekend. So Ms. Pena, okay, how many restraining orders have you filed in this court?
this one,
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm going to object to counsel, testifying for us. I heard you, Mr. Joseph, tell her, she's right next to you. You told her, I don't know.
In another room.
Yeah, you
It's
don't need to
almost as if we're having a reverberation. I don't know whether there's some delay in the audio part.
Let's see. Well, I'll get back to that when I find that piece of paper, but I know that there's been four restraining orders in the history of this case since 2018, and there's one protective order that was filed out of the 280th with Ms. Pena's involvement. Ms. Pena, were you involved in the protective order with my daughter?
I was a witness to what you did to her.
You were a witness. Were you removed from my house that day?
Judge, I'm going to connect to the relevance of that proceeding.
Sustained.
Thank you.